Hey guys, Coach Chad here. Today I want to talk to you guys about a new method that we're using in our weightlifting program, which is the brick method. Now, this is a method that is built off of the ideas of escalated density training, and the only real similarity is the fact that we are completing unbroken sets in a time period. Those are the only two things that actually do match escalated density training, because we're not using an agonist-antagonist setup. We're not using certain rep schemes. This is a strength block that is designed completely and utterly to increase the density of our training, right? Like a brick, it's dense, okay? So what you guys have in your first setup is you have a 20-minute AMRAP, and do not misunderstand AMRAP as some form of conditioning in a format of like aerobic conditioning that would be utilized in CrossFit or something like that. That's not the case. It's just basically the fact that you have to complete as many sets of a predetermined, in this case, double in your snatch across 20-minute time block. Now, we're going to set the first beginning load at 77.5 to 82% of your 1RM. Now, why a 5% gap is solely because everyone's going to be a little bit different as to what that starting weight is. And so you guys can choose your starting weight based on how you're feeling and also just how your training has been going. Then, once you've accomplished 10 sets within the 20-minute block, which would mean you're doing a set every 2 minutes, you then have to increase the weight that you're going to be doing in your next block. So then that way, the next week that's our basic progression that's built into the system. So again, what this is used for is to create consistency at a moderate load. So I want you guys to really push yourselves on what you're capable of. I want you to really push the rest periods and keeping them as short as you possibly can while maintaining good positioning. And what that'll do is it'll increase the ability to individualize the programming inside of a group format. And again, it's going to increase the density of our training. I don't necessarily want to program 77.5% for 10 sets of 2 every 2 minutes, even though theoretically that's the exact same protocol that we're doing. The difference is, though, that makes it a static situation for everyone, and what I want is this to be a little bit more individualized within the training block so that you can choose your density of training appropriate to where you're at, because each athlete's going to be a little bit different based on gender, weight, category, where they're at in their conditioning, all that. And again, what I really want to emphasize here is that I want you guys to improve your ability to push and your ability to train with what we'll call grit, okay? I want this to be a gritty training session. I want it to be a very challenging training session. So push yourselves on your ability to grind through these sets, okay? That is what's gonna truly increase the density and the work volume that we're gonna do, which could be calculated in tonnage, repetitions, whatever it might be. In this case, we are using repetitions, all right? So I hope that gives you guys a little bit of insight into brick training, and we're gonna be doing this for the next 3 to 4 weeks. So let's have fun, team.